Hello, welcome to The Honest Fake O. And that's me, that's Emily Payne, sex worker. Now, I have done some webcamming in my time. If you would be interested in a story from my webcamming time, then continue watching. And remember, please subscribe. I would appreciate it. Now, webcamming, I presume you know what webcamming is. It's just where they can see you and you can sometimes see them having a wank and they can see you having a wank over the webcam. And various other activities. It is grim. It is boring. It is grim. I did it in the lockdown. I tried it first in the lockdown in 2020 because I couldn't see clients. So I gave it a bash. I wish I'd never given it a bash because it is tediously boring. It is repetitive. It is boring. It makes you want to cry. So I haven't really done it that much, but this story came to mind just today, and I had a little titter about it, and it was from a webcamming client, I don't know, that I had last year or something, when I tried webcamming again, just to remind myself of how utterly boring it was and how tedious. The thing with webcamming is, so when I have done it, I've done it when I've been on my period, so I'm not actually seeing clients. So I've done webcamming occasionally. It can work out all right money, but Jesus, is it boring? It's just the same. It's the same stuff. The clients, you can see what they're saying, like the text up the side of I do it on my laptop, and you can see what they're saying, and it's all the same. Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? Just the letter U, not Y or U. Just the letter U. That's annoying. Can't you tell from my accent? I'm not from outer space, am I? I feel like I am, but I'm not. And anyway, it's boring. It's repetitive. And anyway, there's a lot I could say about webcamming that will make you want to cry. But one of these stories from webcamming was that this man came through and you wanted, now this is, when you've done sex work for quite a long time, you very seldom get anything new, like any new requests. You've heard it all before. You get people, the client thinks what they're asking for is very unusual and outrageous, and it's not, because I'll have heard it a million times before. But this one, every now and again, you do actually get something where you think, oh, I've never had that before. Oh, God, what a surprise. So this one was one of them. And this man, I've got notes here. And I've taken notes on the thing because I want to get it all in. Now, this man had wanted for me to be a giantess. Or a giantess, I don't know. And he wanted to be 3 inches tall. That was the fantasy, right? That was the setup, right? 3 inches, very precise. Now, and he wanted me to eat him, right? So I'm this giantess. He's 3 inches tall. Now, when you get stuff like this in sex work, you take a stab at it. I tell you, because you don't know the protocol of being a giantess and eating a 3-inch man. I don't know the protocol. You just take a stab in the dark. It's trial and error. So much in sex work, when it's like the more unusual stuff, it's just trial and error. You're just guessing. It's guesswork. You hope you get it right. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. And if you don't, it can be quite amusing. But more on that on another video, maybe. So this man, I took a stab at, I'm going to bite your head off. He didn't like that. That wasn't part of the fantasy. He didn't like that. Like a jelly baby. Do you know what I'm saying? But he didn't like that. That wasn't what was giving him a hard on. So you've got to roll with the punches in this game sometimes. You've really got to roll with the punches and learn on the job. Now, to be honest, it's the first time in any kind of sex work job that I have used the word esophagus. Because I did mention something about my esophagus. And I chanced it. I think I also said the word gullet. And he didn't mind that. I don't think he minded all that. His main objective in this was to dissolve in my stomach acid. That was his fantasy. Each to their own, I say. Now, I said to him, the last thing you're going to see is my throat or esophagus. The last thing you're going to see is my throat. I was taking him through sort of eating him, and I said, the last thing you're going to see is my throat. No, he didn't like that. He objected to that because the last thing he wanted to see was my mouth, not my throat. So I learned something new that day. He wanted the last thing he saw to be my mouth, right? And then he wanted to go down my throat and dissolve in my stomach acid. And at the end, I do remember at the end, giving it, nom, 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 rubbing my stomach, rubbing, ooh, nom, 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 giving it all that. And he loved it. He was having his wank. He came. He was happy as Larry. So you learn something new every day. There's always some weirdo out there who's got some weird old fantasy. And you learn something new every day. And that was a new one on me. Hope you enjoyed that. Goodbye.